It is so much more awkward to film a video in English than it is in French. Obviously, it's not my native language, but when I film in French, I don't really see the camera that much. Like, I know it is there and I know I'm filming a video, but I'm not as self-conscious. So I don't know how this is gonna go, but please forgive any kind of awkward hands movement and stuff. My name is Justine, for those who don't know. It's spelled Justine, which is very important because I was in New York recently, 5 months ago, and one time I was in Smorgasburg, which is the food festival of Williamsburg in Brooklyn. And so I was ordering a pizza in this food festival, and they had my name so that I can collect the pizza later. And he called me Justin, like not Justine, like Justine. No, he called me Justin, like the boy name. And I was like, there's an E at the end, please pronounce it. It's very frustrating to have a French girl name that can translate into like boy name in an English speaking country, but whatever. I really miss speaking English, and I do want to practice, and I'm actually going to tell you why. I finished university back in December. I should have actually finished in like July 2016 or September 2016, because I was doing something that's called alternance in French, which I'm pretty sure is the equivalent to trainee in English. And so I worked and went to uni at the same time. But obviously there's no uni in the summer, so I worked full time. And I just got a bonus semester at NYU, which was interesting. I will tell you about that later if you want. And you know, I did everything by the book. I went to uni for 5 years, like 3 years of bachelor degree and 2 years of master's degree, which is how it works in France. And you know, like, I went on an Erasmus year abroad. I then, you know, I went to New York. I had 2 internships, one in France, one in New York. I had also that trainee at a publisher, which is my area of expertise, my field of study. At first I wanted to become an editor, which I can't do in any English speaking country because it's not my native language. So when I went to New York, I interned as like foreign rights sales assistant, and everyone was telling me that my resume, curriculum vitae was amazing, impressive, that they were not worried about me whatsoever. But actually, maybe they should have worried, because then I finished university and I can't find a job. They told me like, keep applying. But because I'm looking for something so specific, there are not that many job openings, and the jobs that I'm applying to, I never get called back, and that's very disheartening. Never being called back for a job makes you doubt yourself so much. When you've been fed that you will find a job, that you know you've done everything to find a job, and that your experiences are impressive and stuff, you're like, were you actually telling me the truth, or were you actually feeding me lies so that I actually keep going? And obviously I'm going to keep going and I'm going to keep searching. Being unemployed and trying to find a job is very frustrating. I'm not just looking in France anymore. I really wanted to have a bit of money saved if I ever went to an English-speaking country again. I can't go to New York for obvious reasons. I don't have a visa, and I don't think anyone would like sponsor me for a visa in the current situation. So I'm looking for a job in London, and that's also becoming tricky because of the Brexit and stuff. And what if I'm not skilled enough to work in an English office, publishing office? My dream job would be author, professional writer, but it's not gonna like happen anytime soon, although I'm working on it. But I really need to find that freaking job that can get me out of my parents' house, because I'm 25 and I need to be living that adult life, although I don't really like adulting that much. But it's just I want to meet new people. I want to start living a life that doesn't really make me feel like I am a hopeless teenager, if that makes sense. I really hope that someone is going to be interested in me in London and that I can move this summer. Please let me know if you have any type of advice, because that would be very helpful. Please let me know if you've been through that, and if you know that it's going to be okay. I would very much need that. So yeah, I guess I wanted to talk about jobs in this first video. I don't know where this is heading. Don't get me wrong, I really want to continue doing this, but I can't really tell you what it's going to be about. I think it's going to be me babbling about various different subjects, just me trying to speak English on a more regular basis, because watching Netflix is great, but it doesn't require me talking back, so that's not very helpful. I hope you enjoyed this introductory type video. All my social media will be in the down bar. They are both in French and English, obviously, and I shall see you next time. Bye!